Podcast to episode 4 in 3, 2, 1.
Yay!
Yes, we back.
We back. We hot.
For episode 4. Oh my god, guys.
Welcome.
Already episode 4. I'm Shane.
I'm Jenny.
And I'm Sal.
And we are Chooks-SJS.
Oh, yo.
We're gonna be talking about a topic that is interesting. It's very
But first, what are the latest news and info
okay. Yeah.
about the K-pop world? As Wavy stands, Wavy's back with Kick Back.
Kick back.
Kick Back.
Yes, the song is a bop. We have to stand, but it's so sad because like Lucas and Winwin aren't in
Oh
the
my god.
bands.
Yeah.
So it's just the 5 of them. So I'm just like, we miss you.
On the Ground is, oh my god, I love the songs. I've worked my whole life just to get right. Oh my, I love it.
I work my whole life just to get right, just to be like, look at me, I'm never coming down.
So good. What can you say, Jen, about Rose's songs?
On the Ground. I like it actually. And even with Gone, when it first came out, I loved it. And it's quite different from On the Ground. On the Ground is I can't really describe it, but I love it. Let's go, Rose.
Top
I
one.
love the
Sure.
message of the song.
Yeah. Get those awards, please.
Yeah, it sounds like, Hollywood pop song,
American.
American, yeah. And the visuals, girl, the outfits, love it.
Expensive.
Everything I need is on the ground.
On the Ground. I'm on the ground.
Okay, what
Sorry.
else? What else? You have other news, guys.
Songs are back on Spotify.
Oh,
And it just like
finally.
it just magically appeared. I mean, it was never out of my playlist. I just couldn't play it. So when it all came back, everything was restored. So I'm like, oh my god, yes!
Yeah.
It was a good decision not to switch.
Yeah, you're supposed to switch to.
Yeah, I was this close to switching, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a month. Like a month. Okay, so we will now go on to the main event.
main topic of this episode.
Okay, so today we're gonna be talking about the big 3+1. Ooh, I'm
Big 3+1. It's like
yes,
an ice cream here.
what flavors?
3 in 1 plus 1.
3+1. No. Okay. So 3+1. That's
Equals
FM,
4.
YG, JYP, and BigHit.
Yeah.
3+1. So it's like 4. Basic math.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.
We love it.
She's best in math or whatever. Speaking of the let's say big 4. Speaking of the big 4, like we all, of course, as K-pop fans, we all dreamt of becoming K-pop idols, right? At some point. At some point. You even audition Sal.
Dark past.
Sal. Don't cut this out. Girl.
I'm the editor.
Yeah, we all dreamt of becoming K-pop idol. So if given the chance, who among the big 4 will you choose, to audition? Let's start with Jen.
I know where Jen's going.
I know too.
I would go for YG.
Yeah, of course.
Because first, I'm not a visual, so I don't fit in SM.
Second,
I have something to say about that. Regarding
second,
I'm not really into JYP's music.
I don't
Yeah.
like cutesy song.
And third, Big Hit, I don't really know much about them, so I'll just go with my fave, YG.
YG.
What about you guys?
Me?
Seth or Shane? Any?
Shane, you want to go ahead?
Guys, you all know that I'm a visual.
Duh.
So, SM will be welcoming me with open arms. Original visual who? Irene, I'm coming at your gig, girl.
You na whom?
Winter who? I'll definitely
Visual
go
shade.
with SM, yeah.
She's
As a
gonna-
visual.
She's gonna be scouted outside high schools or
Yeah.
on the streets.
Yeah. What about you, Sel?
For me, I feel like SM's motto of idols are made, not born, fits with me. I feel like did she come? I feel like okay,
Come on, SM, make me an idol.
yes, exactly. So like if let's say in the world where all the four companies are open to me, I would choose SM because I feel like they will carve you to become an idol. I mean, facts are facts.
Facts.
Right?
True,
I
true,
feel
true.
like yeah, SM. We're going to be talking one by one about these companies. It's not gonna be like super in depth, I guess, but
Yeah.
what we know and like based on our a little bit of research here and there. Okay, so let's start with SM. From what I know, based on I'm not supposed to quote this, but based on Wikipedia. Oh, very cool.
Oh my god, Wikipedia, Sel.
No, I'm sorry, but like it was like the fastest way to search. Okay,
Okay.
I get you.
SM's short history. Izuman founded SM Studio in 1989, but he
Oh.
changed to SM Entertainment in 1995. And then his first group was HOT in 1996, SNS in 1997, Shinhwa 1998, Fly to the Sky 1999, BoA 2000s, and then second gen, which are like TVXQ, Super Junior, CSJH. They, I feel like, are one of the first companies to actually target the international market because they expanded. In 2005, they started expanding to China, and then they had like a solo singer, Chang something, I forgot her name, but she's Chinese. And then they even had Jaemin, who was like a Japanese speaking solo singer. And then SJM was iconic in 2000. Yes, SJM was iconic in 2008. So that's like a short history of SM Entertainment. If you want to talk about their music style, I feel like they have this whole concept of SMP. If you guys heard about it before, SMP, it stands for SM Performance. All the SM artists cringe when they talk about it. They really do SMP. So it's like TVXQ, Super Junior olden days where they used to like Oh Jung Bandhap, Don Don. Those songs are SM Performance. That's the concept of SM Performance.
Mhm.
If we talk about the controversies,
Oh my
well,
God.
I mean, SM is known for bad breakups. I mean, in a sense that a lot of people to name a few, TVXQ, a lot of Super Junior, the Chinese members of Super Junior, like Hangul,
Yeah, the Chinese members.
and then Jessica, FX, and then EXO. I mean, there's a lot in SM. And their latest controversy, I guess the one I saw in a month ago, was the tax evasion issue. They had to pay up to like 18 million USD. I have a dark joke that I saw on I saw this
Let's
on
hear it, Sel.
Twitter, but you know how SM, like, okay, so nowadays SM has been producing a lot of old albums, like EXO albums, NCT albums, like a lot of the old albums that they don't produce anymore, and people say it's either to pay off the debt or to cover the cost of their free concert back in January.
Oh, the free concert.
Yeah. That's why they're producing all these old, because like albums like Cherry Bomb are being reproduced. EXO albums like Mama are being reproduced.
What?
Yeah, dude, I even ordered Regulate.
Yeah.
I say all these things about SM, but I'm also buying it. Let's go, capitalism.
You're making them rich, Sel.
Well,
You're-
I think of
You're
it as
contributing to the paying of the debt.
also to the paying of the artist. I just want them to be well fed.
Okay. Okay. It's not the
But you're
children.
like buying NCT albums and they're like, NCT members are already rich.
I know, right? But the thing with SM is like I don't think they can ever like I feel like one of the reasons why they are like, an unchangeable or unshakable big three is because they really ventured out to different like types of businesses. Because okay,
Yeah.
SM Entertainment is like a label, right? But they also have like
Hmm.
a modeling agency. They have food and beverages. They have contents and culture. That's why Kang Hodong Isugun is all under SM, right? Like literally, I think 4
Yeah.
out of 7 of the Knowing Brothers are under SM. And then they even have like the tour. Have you guys heard about the SM tours? Like if there's like a concert, okay, say for example, I'm from outside the country, I'm in Jakarta, and then there's going to be like a super show in Korea. They will make like a tour package for you that includes the concert.
Cool. Oh, nice.
Yeah, so all you have to do is buy your ticket to Korea, and then if you book the tour with them, they will take care of your transportation, the hotel, and then you have like a special access
We're like,
to the concert,
know.
like the line. You have like a special wristband and all that. It's expensive.
Mm.
No friend to go with. Let's say for example,
Yeah.
you're completely clueless. Then I think it's a good way as well. And you have like special merchandise as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I was like, SM, I swear. So yeah.
If their tour guide is an idol, then I'll definitely book that tour.
So yeah, that's all I have about SM. And of course, like legendary idols under SM. You have TVXQ. Do you have Super Junior, SNSD?
Why, Choti?
HOT was even Fly to the Sky. And like SES, the OG beauty of
Yeah.
Oh, Brian.
Fairies.
Yes, ma'am. So that's why SM. I feel like SM deserves the title one of the big three.
Big three.
Lion-
And what I
Big
like
three.
about SM also is like, they like to experiment, they have like new formulas when it comes to K-pop idols, I think they, invested a lot also when they debuted Super M.
Oh, definitely.
So that's why they're selling old albums right now.
True, true. Again, to pay off the debt.
Pay off that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also what I like about SM is that they let their idols go to variety shows.
Yeah.
'Cause that's where they honestly though with the SM artists, most of them gain popularity because of variety shows. So I feel like they really train
True.
idols to go to variety shows.
And when it comes to hosting also.
Definitely. All rounder. What do you call that? All
They do great. Super Junior is like the best idols when it comes to variety. They can carry their own variety shows.
dude.
Or can
They're not
overtake
awkward at
other
all.
variety shows.
No,
True.
you're not awkward with anyone. That's crazy. Super Junior. There's not a lot of things that needs to be said when it comes to SM. I feel like because everyone knows SM.
True.
And I think with SM, they have, if we have to say something about SM, they're very futuristic.
Yeah.
Like they think way ahead.
Way outside of
What's
the box.
like out of this world, you know,
Look at NCT. Like that's a very experimental.
Girl.
experimental venture.
Exoplanet.
I was about to say that.
Planet.
This world exoplanet.
Out of this world,
Yeah, the first
literally.
out of this world concept.
Literally.
Okay, so
I was like bored a few months ago, and I was just like scrolling about on the SM page. I don't know why, but I did. Then I looked at the artists on their website, and then I completely forgot that in SM took over Woolim. So I saw Infinite in the SM page, and I was like, huh? Infinite
yeah.
took over Woolim. I mean, Woolim still does their thing, but most of their shares are now SMs.
Ooh.
So like I like
SM bought
Interesting.
some of their
Infinite
shares.
still uses
Good.
Woolim, but yeah, Woolim is now under SM. So I'm just like interesting. And also I feel with SM like I feel the family bond with them. I mean like among like for example Super Junior and like EXO or Super Junior with EXQ, like they're so close. So even SNSD with like Red Velvet.
Yeah.
So that's what I like about SM. I am
SM family.
completely SM trash, I swear. Like there's no group that SM came out with that I didn't like. Yeah.
Yet.
I mean, okay. Honestly speaking, I still don't feel aespa yet.
Okay.
Espa. We're so sorry. What do you call Espa's fan?
Fanatics. I don't know.
They don't have a
They don't have-
fandom name
Not
yet.
yet.
I don't know.
No, not yet, not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah,
Fanatics. Okay, what else?
that's it. I guess for JYP for SM.
For SM.
Let's go SMP.
Next is
Let's go YG.
YG. Go Jen. YG.
So YG Entertainment was established 1996.
Oh, a year
Ooh.
after SM.
This is from Wikipedia information, so please bear with us.
Wikipedia also.
We're gonna find new sources, I promise.
Okay.
But anyways,
YG Entertainment was established 1996 by Yang Yun-sok, a member of Sotaeji and Boys. And if you guys are familiar with Sotaeji and Boys, they are one of the first acts who influence like the current ones with hip hop styles. So I think Yang Yun-sok was able to pull out that hip hop style, and they put it on YG. They operate as record label, talent agency, music production company, event management and concert production company, and music publishing house. Oh, that's a lot. And they also have other subsidiary ventures such as YG Plus, which includes clothing line, a golf management agency,
and
Clothing.
cosmetics brand.
Golf? What?
Yeah, they do have a golf management agency. So
Like
they
golf?
have like
Sport?
golf. Yeah, golf.
Huh.
so maybe they do manage like athletes, golf athletes,
Wow.
or I don't know, or if they do have the equipment for golf, or they have the place for the golf.
Right.
I think this is a new venture.
And some of their artists like Gino Sean, One Time,
One time is one time for your mind. Love that song.
Big Bang, 21, Winner, Akdong Musician, Icon, Blackpink, and Treasure.
But if Sekis was originally from YG or they transferred to
They
YG?
transferred from
They transferred.
I think
DSP,
they
right?
transferred to YG. And also, yeah.
And they also have former artists, Epic High,
Gummy.
Gummy.
Seven, Psy,
Right. So P Nation was good.
Lehigh, and of course now since 21 disbanded years ago, CL, Minzy, Bomb, and BI from Icon also, since he left the company. So that's it for like the Wikipedia page.
That's what
Let's end Wikipedia. So I guess since
discuss SM as like
what did you call SM a while ago? So unshakable because of
Yeah, Unshakables.
Unshakable, yeah.
yeah, unshakable.
because of their performance value, because they value their like the whole performance for their artists. I think YG built the hip hop
No,
Roots
yeah, agree.
for K-pop idols, you know,
Yeah.
because they had
so many concepts that centered on hip hop and more of like a freestyle,
like a free artist.
I agree. I agree completely.
and also since they also houses actresses and actors, and some of the names here are really like legendary. I don't know.
They
Lee
despite the
Jong-soo,
fact that they kind of have like a
Lee
but
Jong-soo, Lee
Lee
Sung
Jong-suk
Kyung.
left.
That handsome
Oh,
guy,
Lee Jong-suk left.
Hong Jong Hyun, right?
Oh yeah,
Like
Go
they're like
Yeon-sung, but
models
she's a
turned
former artist.
actors.
So was Hong Jong Hyun. Right?
True.
Those dudes
Hong
from
Jong.
21's
Yeah.
Falling in Love.
Falling in love. Falling in
Bro,
love.
the visuals.
Yeah. They're like models turned
Yeah,
actors.
models turned actors. Yeah.
Nam Joo Hyuk.
I didn't know
Is he
that
still
they
in
have-
YG?
Yep. I think they have the YG Plus. That's where the models and the actors, like, how do you say that? They not operate, but that's where they
That's like their agency.
doon
Or
sila
their-
nag-ano. Oh yeah, the agency. That yeah, YG Plus is their agency.
Okay.
They have Yuna actually. They have so many actresses and actors that starred on big productions. But mostly on movies.
But they do have some series too.
I have something to say with what Jenny said a while ago about YG really having that hip hop image. YG has always been like something that's not I mean, I guess you can say it mainstream now, but like before, there's not a lot of like idols who did R&B like or hip hop. So that's like the image that I really have with YG. And then that's why I was a bit confused. Not to hate, but I was just a bit confused on like their latest idol group. Because it was very mainstream for like it was very
Treasure.
Yeah, Treasure. It was very mainstream for me. I mean, if you compare it to like Icon who debuted with Rhythm Ta, you're just like, oh my god. Rhythm. Right? And then you compare it to Winner, who has always had that sentimental like R&B flow, and then now they're moving to more of like not necessarily pop, but what do you call it? Chill, you know, it's not like every day, you know, it's very like you know. I don't know
get
the
you.
genre.
True. Hey.
So that's why I was like, okay,
A happened.
yes. So that's why I'm just like with Trigger, I'm just like, I don't see, this is not the YG vision I had in mind, but we'll see. I mean, they're very new, so
I guess the reason why Treasure is different from Icon and Winner, because first
They are a very big group. They have
Yeah.
12,
yeah.
12 members.
unlike Icon, which originally had 7 members, and that's a lot for a YG group.
And Winner originally with
Mostly
5,
four,
then became 4. And
Five.
And then with Treasure, since I've seen some of the tweets and Facebook posts by fans that they feel like they wanna have for Treasure. They wanna have the image of that is suited for their age.
Because they're very young.
Ah,
They're
Most of their members are in 2000s, like 2000s to 2005.
so instead of
Five.
making them like
2005.
debut within, yeah, they have a 2005 member.
so he's
Like,
like
Yeah,
grade-
born in 2005. Imagine.
yeah.
You were in second grade in 2005.
Oh my god,
I
right.
don't know. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh my god.
Because they don't want to have that image that they're already mature, that they have to be very youthful.
When it comes to
Flower
to
boy.
like Flower Boy,
You know, the concept that everyone, like every other group had.
you
Right.
want to try to do it too.
Because what's gonna happen in the future is, you know, it may work, it may not work. So it's a gamble. I think it's a bit of an experiment for YG to have that, you know, pop.
Yeah,
Like-
pop, yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. And look at NCT Dream. They went from chewing gum and My First and Last to like Go.
see?
So like, that can always happen to Treasure as well.
True. Let's see the growth of these youngsters.
I watched their performance on ODG and they were good.
Mm.
I mean I didn't like the I don't necessarily like the song, but the performance was good. So I'm like, and like I've heard a lot of stories about like the Treasure members, you know, like their hard work and stuff. Being quote unquote locked in the dungeon. So
That's true. I think YG has a dungeon, like, you know, like a prison. I feel you know, it's a real thing.
yeah.
If SM has a basement, YG is a
Oo.
dungeon.
Every company has a basement or a dungeon. Just like in
Ay.
the Fire side.
Ay, JYP.
You know, that's
Ay. They did Golden really dirty. I have stories.
Okay. So let's finish this YG.
You know, since they have, like, you know, really good performances and, you know, really good image, since, you know, because they're also like the fashion, you know, the favorite entertainment that fashion brands go to. They have so many collaborations with fashion brands like Chanel.
Dior with Blackpink.
It's not
Actually,
even like
Blackpink.
It's not even like streetwear. It's like Chanel. It's like
No.
Gucci.
Every like luxury brand.
I swear.
And I think it started with like G-Dragon.
Oh
Like
yeah.
going for Chanel.
Yeah.
And he paved the way.
Paved
for
the
the
way.
fashion brands to
Yeah, it paved the way for fashion brands to collaborate more with YG. So despite the whole spotlight on, like, you know, amazing things with YG, they really have some, you know, serious controversies. Yeah. Since I've said a while ago that, you know, they're very free, they embody like this freestyle.
like
Hip-hop.
not hip hop, not really boxed in this
Right.
in just like one concept.
And some of the fans feel like because of too much freedom of what's happening in their entertainment, they do have the tendency to just like be out of control.
With issues like
Do fans
drug
actually? Do fans actually think that?
I think
Okay, I might be wrong about this, but I see some posts about, like, you know, especially when there were drug allegations, you know, drug use with Big Bang members, with Bomb and everything.
BI.
And not BI. Maybe it's not fans, but people in general think that it's getting out of control, that they don't really have, you know, they don't look over their artists anymore. That's why they go out of their way to do those kind of things. But this isn't like a confirmation of what's
Right,
you know,
right.
because I didn't see any like
legit article about G-Dragon and using marijuana and but with the most recent one, the Burning Sun, that was really serious and that was real because of all the evidences.
YG Yang Hyun Suk himself stepped down, right?
yeah.
That was the most, like the downfall, like I would say the downfall of YG was that year. He was involved in a lot of controversies, like with the Mixnine cancellation. A lot of the smaller companies like sued YG for
Wait,
What's wrong with you? Why do
what
you get
can you tell me like or
Mhm.
what actually happened? Like, what do you know about what happened? What happened?
what I mm,
what happened with Mix9 is Mix9 was similar to Produce. It's a survival show. They get trainees from different companies and, have a whole show that's gonna debut,
Okay.
like a 9-member group. But it's a mixed group. It had like boys and girl trainees.
Okay.
It would be a mixed group in the end. So with Mix9, they finished the whole season, like the whole show. There were numbers of, like, they have the names of the trainees
that are gonna
Like
debut?
made it.
that made to the top 9, and sadly it was all boys.
It's like
What?
wait, well, what did they say? They just like, oh, we're not gonna debut them anymore. Like,
And then they canceled the whole debut.
The whole debut
So
of
sad.
rude. Excuse
And
you.
that
True, excuse you. And that's where the controversy is, that they used the money from the Mix9 show. Yang Yun Sok used the money to gamble in Vegas or like outside.
Bro.
he has an issue in the
Wow.
gambling.
Besides the Burning Sun, he had issues with the whole using money in different ways that shouldn't be used.
Bro.
That's what I know. That's what the
The information that I know of, but I don't know if it has updates now. What's going on?
Like
yeah, but that was
like how are like you said a while ago the different companies are suing YG. Like what's like I wonder if everything has been settled or is YG still
I think they're settling it, but I can't remember that one company that really fought against YG because they feel like it was really unfair because their trainees and other trainees had to go so much trouble during the show, for entertainment value and like, entertainment purposes, and then with the promise that they would debut just like how Produce and other like survival shows that with different trainees that they would get to debut and perform as idols and perform with different companies, not trainees, but yeah, they canceled it.
that's
and
YG just lost all credibility because of that. I feel like because like I mean yes there are a lot of like scams and stuff but like this is YG so people are like oh my god okay, YG this is the YG and then poof gone.
yeah, because
Wow,
I've seen some
crazy.
of like the first few episodes, like
They went to different companies to scout for trainees. Yeah, recent groups, like some of them really participated in Mix9.
That's crazy. That's so rude. That's so. I guess from there, like YG's credibility just went down, and then now it's like plummeted. I mean, they're only say. I don't want to sound mean, but honestly, their only saving grace right now is Blackpink.
Yeah, and what I don't like also is that it takes so long for a group to
Come back.
come back. Like in Blackpink, like it takes a year for them to
true.
come back.
Icon
That's really
joining
problematic.
Icon joining Kingdom. I feel like it's one of YG's. Okay, let's try to save the company card. Let's try to put back Icon on TV and all that, and then comebacks. Now Icon has a new song right now, right? So I feel like that's like one of the saving.
And but before
Mnet and YG wasn't really in good terms.
Mhm.
That's why starting from 2016 until 2020, there were no YG artists that promoted in M Countdown.
Yep.
and you know the famous GD
Yes.
this on Mama 2014.
Yes.
And yeah, that's iconic,
Mm.
That was the last one was 2015 when Big Bang did their last performance as 5 group member.
As much as we want to praise YG for, like, their collaborations with global brands, like, international connections, they do have a lot of problems. Like, they're really problematic.
True. I
They
can't
really
agree
are.
with that.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't really say anymore because I'm really disappointed.
Oh, Jenny.
No, it's
Because since I like the artist that houses in YG,
Mhm.
so it's really sad to see
their potential not really shining,
Right.
Yeah.
because of YG Entertainment.
not doing any effort to make sure that their art is shown better
Yeah.
Yeah, shown better, shine better.
than other artists. And
As fans, also, we kind of deserve good quality and like good enough comebacks,
Right.
because once a year is definitely not okay.
And also the group members, they want to, produce more music
Mm.
to their talents.
And I remember one thing also is that when it comes to producing music for YG, they take a lot of pride when their group, like boy group members, would you know produce music. But when it comes to
Like
BI was so good. BI.
Mm.
사랑을 네가 만나 지우지
That
못한
was like
추억보다.
2018 anthem, 2019. Yeah, everyone sang that song.
Yeah, exactly.
but when it comes to like girl group member like producing their own song, they don't disclose it. They don't disclose it as much as how the boy group members would. Because the rarity of the moments. Because with Treasure, when they debuted with their single album, yeah, it was disclosed on the who produced it, who wrote the lyrics, who arranged it, and there were some of the members that really participated in it. But in the case of Blackpink, some of the fans pointed this out because of like the vlogs that Blackpink uploaded during their to do promotions, like the Blackpink house, or was it the next vlog on YouTube that it was mentioned that Jenny co-wrote "Stay."
Oh.
Oh.
She mentioned that she participated in making that song.
But it was now
And
credited to the album. Like her name wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It was disclosed, or if you compare like the exposure of
The names.
with the boy group members and like the girl group members, they don't do it much. They don't do it much often with Blackpink, than the other groups in YG. And the most recent example was that Blackpink was able to say that they participated in making some of the songs in the album.
Album. The Lovesick Girls.
Yeah.
Jenny and Jisoo was credited on the lyrics. And now that Rosie's song is out, she participated in the lyrics too. So, it's becoming more of, they're making it more obvious now
Than before.
Good. I mean,
that they're finally like,
being credited.
Showing.
be credited and showing that the girls can also do their
Right.
producing, writing the lyrics for themselves. And of course with the help of like their in-house producers, but still
It's a it's a pro.
it's a step, it's a level up.
Right.
From yeah.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it was because they're internal or like in the company, whatever goals that they have. Or I don't know. We're just outsiders, but we're just looking
Yeah, we're just looking from the outside to the inside.
from the outside. Yeah, we say a lot of YG, and they're not very good stuff.
They're not very not. I mean, they used to be. I mean, that's why they're the big
Big
three. Right?
Big three.
Well, okay. So
Next.
next is a J
JYP.
That whisper though.
Yeah.
I'll read na lang rin
Okay.
from Wikipedia.
I also want to research a bit. So
JYP.
I'll add some stuff if I know it.
Okay. Okay, JYP Entertainment. JYP Entertainment Corporation is a South Korean multinational entertainment and record label conglomerate founded in 1997 also
Yeah.
by JY Park.
Yes, Asian Soul.
Notable artists: 2PM, Day6, Twice, Boy Story, Stray Kids,
Boys.
ITZY, and how to pronounce this one? Niziu, and
Niziu?
Niziu,
99.
Korean.
Japanese.
Japanese.
Oh, as well as solo artist Bernard Park.
I think I don't know. I don't know. I think it's I think
It has also handled Rain, God, Wonder Girls, 2AM, Miss A, 15 and JJ Project, Got7. Yeah, that's it.
Also, actually, I feel like JYP is like it's like that if you part ways with them, they still keep in contact with you, and they're still actually really caring. Because even with Rain, because he left JYP, right, and then he started a new company called JTune Entertainment, which then produced M Black. Like the first person who helped like build up or start up or I don't know JTune Entertainment was actually JYP himself. So like I'm like. Even with like Sunmi, right? Like even after
Yeah,
she left, they still had a song together. So I'm like, wow, SM can never. So yeah, I was like very interested and like I love JYP. Okay, like I feel like if you compare like 2PM to like Super Junior or Big Bang, like Super Junior Big Bang, you know, but then like 2PM's there, I mean they're there too. But like you know, but like the relationship between the management, I feel like, and the artist are one of the more okay ones.
True. They're very friendly with each other.
I mean, Jamie wasn't afraid to like tell JYP, I need a song. I'm a
Oh,
singer.
Coach.
I need to sing.
JYP! Are you listening?
Hey!
I need to sing!
And Dahyun, when she shouted,
What did she say?
she shouted at JYP. But
Ah,
it's in
knowing
knowing that
brothers.
there is a
Yeah.
knowing brothers.
뭘 타지? 뭘 타는 거지?
I was talking about Dungeons a while ago, right? And then like my story with JYP. So there's this singer called Golden G Soul. He's like super talented. Oh my gosh. And he was in the dungeon for like I think like 10 years. And then he moved to higher music. Let's go J Park. So he moved to higher music and then he joined The Voice Korea and he won first place. So like JYP, what you doing, bro?
And I think because with JYP and JYP is still active as a singer,
So I
Right.
think that's why they're very
like friendly with each other, do collaborations with former artists
Right.
and help each other with promotions also.
That's
So
so
yeah,
cool, though.
if we see it like between the three of them, they're very like light-hearted. They don't really have that kind of drama sometimes, but they do have dramas too. Yeah.
What drama?
with Got7.
Got7.
But like with Got7, I feel like they all like left on a good note. They know that they want to pursue something that they can't reach when they're in group. I think they really talked it with each other compared to like groups like hello SM, because like with SM it was really intense. Like remember when TVXQ broke up and then like the three members couldn't be on TV because SM had like control over the TV stations. Like what even
With EXO too.
It's like really, in like bad breakups, it's like a,
They do have bad breakups. Because with
The EXO, when Chris left, and they had to state that he left because of health reasons and other stuff. And then Chris had an interview in American radio show. I don't know if this is the right one, but then he explained that it wasn't really the health issue that really parted or that broke up their connection. It was more of the music taste. Just like what you said, it's a bad breakup. They don't have closure at all.
Yeah, there's no closure. I feel like the only group that had closure after a bad breakup was Super Junior. Hanggang and Hichol met during, I think it was Jackie Chan's birthday. I don't know. Hichol even talks about Hanggang sometimes. Did you guys watch that episode of Knowing Brothers with Lucas, Bam Bam, and Oogie? He said, right? Like that was also the
Yeah.
thing he thought Hanggang, Han-kyung. And when I heard that, I was like, oh my god! OT13 forever! Oh my
Okay.
god. JYP, JYP.
Let's go.
Yeah, we were supposed to know.
Oh, let's talk about JYP's like facility. Like they have
Oh, the
an
cafeteria.
organic cafeteria, right?
Yes. I want to know if can anyone just eat there, or do you have to be like a staff? Is it open for the public?
I think it's
Have you?
for the staff and trainees.
Mm,
Yeah, because
But-
JYP said that he owes like the trainees' parents, to like
Wow.
since he's the one who get them and make them trainees.
Right.
They should be, eating healthy and not,
True.
just
Wow. I hope.
convenience store food.
Wow, that's like a really good mindset though. Like that should be that should be the mindset of everyone, honestly. Although I don't know, a lot of people have been saying JYP is like very mismanaged as well. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really follow JYP, so I can,
It's very obvious that we don't really have enough.
yeah.
Exactly.
A lot of people have been
Sorry, guys.
a lot of people have been saying like JYP is like really mismanaged. I don't know. I don't really follow like JYP artists as much as I follow SM artists. So I don't want to say anything that's like, that I haven't checked. Ha!
I think with 15 and with Jamie and
Oh
Yeri,
yeah, okay, yeah.
I think that's a very mismanaged, like obvious, like situation of mismanagement.
Jisoo.
Because when Jisoo, when you said that Jamie was like, I'm a singer. Give me
I
a
need
song.
to sing.
I need to sing.
That was a clear manifestation that they're not doing so good in making sure that, because Jamie is a very talented
Bro.
artist. And also Yerin too, her partner with 15 and both of them are very good artists. But JYP said, let's not talk about your comebacks and your albums and your songs. Let's just make you host some, variety show.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, we don't.
I think with mismanaged, I feel like JYP has a lot of very talented artists, but that's the thing, they have a lot, so they don't know what to do with them.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, GOT7 even said in Knowing Brothers that JYP only focuses on, girl groups like Twice. Yeah, they said that.
I think it's doing so well right now.
Mm,
True.
Everyone says.
I mean, I guess like, but like I feel like the main reason why JYP can be considered, big three, is Wonder Girls. Iconic. Bro.
But nobody.
Yeah, that broke barriers even before 2006. I was
Yeah.
No, wait, how old was I? Yeah, I was 8 years old. My God.
And you were dancing to nobody.
Everyone knew nobody. Nope. And then
Yeah.
of course, Rain as an Hollywood actor, right? Like not even he was in like that ninja movie.
But,
Ninja Assassin. Yeah, in 2009. He was like the main star, right? So like
Mm.
that
And
really
also, Filipinos love rain because of Full
Yeah.
House.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Rain as an actor was iconic.
Everyone loved Rain during the Full House, era.
Yeah. So now that we're like wrapping up with the big three, you guys want to talk about the plus one?
It's so wrong to say plus one, but yeah.
I mean, okay, here's the thing. Why I don't say top four, or why I don't want to switch any of the
Big
big three that
three.
I know.
Big three.
And I saw this as well on Reddit. Yes, I got the
Wow.
So I saw it on Reddit too, and I was like, okay, I agree. I strongly agree with this sentiment. The reason why I don't say top four or big three and then just change the one is because these three SM, JYP, YG, I feel like pioneered the way or pioneered K-pop. Big Hit was very very recent, so they can be considered as top three, I guess, if you want to say top three right now.
SM, JYP, 빅히트.
But they will not, for me personally, they will not be the big three because the big three for me are the pioneers. I'm gonna get so much
See.
hate. Let's go.
See.
She's serving hot tea.
If you see, all of them have like first generation idols, and their second generation idols really paved the way for K-pop breakthrough in different parts of the world. Wonder Girls, TVXQ Super Junior, Big Bang, like you can never discredit what they did. BTS, I guess, yes, they're paving the way now in this current generation. That's why people say, okay, yes, the top three companies now are. But what is the original? What is the big three? Okay, that's me. Okay, bye. Getting canceled.
Bye. Bye, Sel. R.I.P.
No, but I stand with that. I stand with that.
Because I think with Big Hit, they really hit it big with
Bang! What's good, Hit?
Okay, Jen. Okay, Jen.
Okay, I'm just okay.
So Big Hit became a really huge name because of BTS. I mean, let's be honest. They're not a small company, but compared to the big three, the existing big three, they don't really stand much when you put them together.
Right.
But since they're making a name for themselves today, like right now, of course you can consider them as one of the top entertainment companies in South Korea, and even probably, in the entertainment industry outside Korea. And of course, BTS really, made a name for themselves also. After the whole win versus Justin Bieber over
Right. That was insane.
The
Never
top
thought-
social media artist? I don't know.
Never
don't know
thought
the-
I would live to see a day where a K-pop act would go against Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
I think that's how they got more international spotlight, because that was an American.
Award
AMA or
show.
EMA, right? MTV EMA or AMA?
Yeah, it was an MTV award. So but BTS was gave perform a lot of good songs before.
That happened. I like their earlier songs.
I like their earlier songs better than I like their songs now, honestly.
I love their
So much
earlier
hate for that
songs.
too.
So yeah, but we're not like saying anything about what's going on with BTS right now, because we see the work that they offered to, like they gave to make sure that everyone knows like what's K-pop now. They're just adding more influence
Right.
to others. And yeah, but I do get some of your, sentiments when you said that Big Hit isn't really, would be considered in terms of like the standards that we set
Right.
as big three,
the kind of, we want something because they're
a newer company compared to the three.
Right.
If we go by that standard, by that guideline, they wouldn't make it
That's what I'm trying. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Exactly.
in that context.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, but we're just gonna make sure, like, we're looking at you, Big Hit. We're looking at your progress.
That's why it's top 3. Like they're top 3 now. Current top 3. I mean, they got Pledis and KOZ, right? So they're huge now. But to name them as like the big 3, I mean, the title, the big 3, it's that title of like, oh, these guys are really the ones who started the whole wave, who actually brought, the influence and the culture out from Korea. And they were the start, I guess. I don't know. That's why it's hard for me to say a big 4 or I mean big 3 plus 1 is okay because they're growing. That's why it's like plus 1 because they're still there. But to name them as like one of the is like not I don't think I can. Boomer energy right here.
Oh, what about you, Sheen? What can you say about Big Hit acquisition of many, 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 many
entertainment industries such as
and their rapid growth.
For me, like, yeah, as you've said earlier that, Big Hit is like coming, like they're new right now. Like they're just starting.
Yeah.
And for me, for example, I came from one agency and I'm trying to, make my name debut. For me, I won't be entering Big Hit because for now, BTS is so huge. Like they're just starting. So for sure, Big Hit will be focusing on them.
I mean,
But yeah, that's just our opinion.
yeah, that's just again.
Again,
disclaimer.
views and opinions. So
As I think because we have been K-pop fans for so long, we actually see what happened and what has happened. But like I guess for newcomers or those who just joined the game, I feel like that's why they see Big Hit as one of the top 3 because they are now. And if you're just joining now, that's the company you see. Yeah. So what is our conclusion? My conclusion is SM, JYP, YG, the big 3, but top 3 current top 3 may change. That's my conclusion. How about you guys?
and I'm rating SM.
Isuman Songsaeng님?
Yes, 이수만 선생님.
With the big 3, they're equivalent to me as like the Sky University,
Korea.
That's a
Yeah,
very
Korean.
good analogy.
Nice.
they've been there.
Right.
They established their name.
Yeah.
They did a lot. They produce a lot of amazing artists. Individuals. But we're not saying that other companies wouldn't. We're not saying that other companies won't reach that kind of level because they're growing. The rapid growth is obvious. We're seeing it. We're seeing it with our eyes.
But Sky
So-
will always be Sky.
Sky.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, ma'am. Okay, yeah. I like that analogy. Okay.
Yeah, that's my conclusion to this whole big 3.
This one.
Plus 1.
Jade.
YG.
Okay, that was. I'm scared for my being
Bye, Sel.
cancelled.
Bye, Sel.
She's brave.
Armies will be coming at you.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yo. Okay, so that ends our episode. See you next week
Yeah.
for a new episode. If you guys have anything that you guys want us to talk about, comment.
Or email us at podcast2@gmail.com.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you guys for the time tonight. Was a very fun discussion
And scary at the same time.
and pretty scary, but we said what we needed to say. And if they agree with us, then okay. But if they don't, let's have a
We
discussion.
don't care.
No, I wanted to see let's have a discussion.
I like Shane's energy.
Okay. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.